Hello, welcome to more Little Rews in Lockdown. This is a compilation of the ideas I put together for our first meeting on Zoom. So you'll have an idea of what we might do if you join the Zoom call. It's at 10 o'clock on Thursdays. Contact me if you need the link. I hope there'll be something for the adults, and some things for the children, and some for both. I'd like to start with a very brief clip of fun lockdown activity ideas from Rachel. Rachel is my nephew's wife, and Oscar is now about 18 months old. But for nearly a year, Rachel has been posting pictures on Facebook of some of the things she's done with him. And with encouragement from friends, she's recently started posting on Twitter, so I've put her handle in the clip. I think she has amazing creative ideas, so I'm sharing some of them in case you want pre-tested things to do which she found worked. So here we go. Fun lockdown activity ideas with Rachel. You obviously can't do those straight away. So here is a little activity I've created which links into my Bible story later. It's called Hunt the Robin. When we're live on Zoom, I have my accordion next to me, so we can sing songs and you can choose them. But obviously, on this recorded version, you have to take my selection. So let's start with... The sheep follow the shepherd, the sheep follow the shepherd, la 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 la, la 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 la. And I will follow Jesus, I will follow Jesus, la 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 la, la 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 la. Let's sing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you do it? I can't do it with both hands when I'm playing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let it go again. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my finger so. Which finger did it bite? This little finger on my right. Let's do Little Bo Peep. Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and doesn't know where to find them. Leave them alone and they will come, leaving their tails behind them. that song, Little Bo Peep had lost her sheep. And in our Bible story today, there are people who've lost someone. Today's true story from the Bible is one from when Jesus was quite young. We know a lot about his birth. We've just celebrated that at Christmas. We know a little bit about some of the things that happened afterwards when he was taken to the temple to be blessed, and when his parents had to run away as refugees to Egypt. But this is from quite a lot later. They'd moved back to Nazareth, where his parents lived. His father was a carpenter, but every so often they would make a trip back to Jerusalem for a special festival. And one year, when Jesus was 12, his friends and he went back to Jerusalem. And this is the story. Their books were scrolls rolled up on sticks, a bit like this. And so I've got today's story on a scroll. And it starts here. Sorry about my colouring. When Jesus was 12, he went with his family and friends to Jerusalem. Jerusalem was the city with the temple, a special place for worshipping God. And they had a lovely time there. He spent lots of time talking to the people there and talking about the Bible. But on their way home, Mary and Joseph realised that Jesus wasn't with them. They had to go back to look for him. So, how did they do that? Well, you can help Mary and Joseph to find Jesus. I don't know if you can see on that, the line, but wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. They hunted high and low everywhere they'd been, and eventually they found him in the temple, talking to the priests there, the religious people. And they said, "How could you do this to us? We've been hunting everywhere for you." And Jesus said, "Why were you looking anywhere else? Didn't you know I would be in my Father's house?" And then what was he doing? He was talking to the people about the Bible. He knew that the best book to read is the Bible. So that's our true story from the Bible today. I don't know if you've ever lost something. I've lost things many times. Sometimes when I've been looking for one thing, I've found something else which I'd lost, and that's been a lovely surprise. Something that I maybe didn't even realise that I'd put somewhere. I discover it when I'm looking for something else. It's a little bit like that in today's story. Mary and Joseph had lost Jesus and were hunting and hunting. And they found him, yes, that was wonderful. But when they found him, they found out something else too. Jesus called God his Father and said the most important thing for him was to be doing what his Father wanted, to be learning about him, to be listening to him, to be talking with him, to talk about him. And that's what he was doing in the temple. So there's a little thought, a challenge. The most important thing for Jesus was to be talking with God, learning about him. And I wonder, is that our most important thing? Maybe as you're looking for something else, you will find the most important thing. And that's my prayer for this year. Thank you for listening. So there we have it, Little Rews in lockdown. When you join the live version, there's the possibility of also just chatting with friends either side of these activities. Though, given the attention span of little ones, we'll probably start the activity slots early on. But do join us next week.